And hello everybody, welcome to the Richmond International Raceway for the Toyota Owners 400. And no, this is not the regular season finale. I have two more races after this one, Texas and Indianapolis. Now I want to fill you in. The reason why Texas is so late on the schedule is because while I was creating the schedule, my mind went completely blacked out and completely forgot about Texas, so I had to kind of sneak it in somewhere. So, yep, it's the next race. Well, anyways, god damn it, fucking allergies. Okay, I'm not alone in this commentator's booth. I got Mr. NRSL himself, Dillon Young.
Hey, thanks for having me here. Appreciate it.
As I take a big drink of water here. Tell us, Dillon, what can you expect to see from Richmond?
Well, Richmond, which is a short track here, expect the unexpected. Maybe we'll see a Boar Fest. We'll maybe see a Wreck Fest. Maybe we may get it both. Who knows? I'm looking forward to some good racing, and hopefully nothing bad happens to the drivers, though, so we'll see what happens.
All right, starting on the pole for today's race in that number 78 Furniture Row Chevrolet, that is Jessica Villanueva. Starting second is Joseph Srigley in that number 38 machine. Dillon, you can see where you start. You start 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. You start in row 9 on the outside. That's like, what, 18th, I think?
Yep, 18th there, and then Sam's starting in the 4th position, so that's another thing to keep an eye on, too.
Yep. So,
by the way, I want to mention, too, Sam's not a rookie. I hope you knew that, right?
I figure, but I've just been too lazy to change it.
That's all right.
But and it would affect the way the points do in Race Points Manager.
You're good.
But it doesn't matter.
Exactly. But they're about ready to turn the blue
not really a rookie.
Yeah.
But so we got 40 laps of racing here at Richmond, and yes, 40 because I don't do long ass races like you guys. But it's a pit stop nonetheless, and we could see, just like Dillon said, anything can happen at Richmond because I've seen leaders who dominate a race who would lose it in the final 10 laps because second place would run them down, and hell, pit stops. Plus, I've upped the AI difficulty from last time I had it at like 100. Here I have it like a 104. So hopefully we'll see some extra, a little bit better hardcore racing. So without further ado, let's go trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command to fire the engines has been given. The pace car rolls off along with Jessica Villanueva in the 78 car. A bit of a stack up coming off pit road here. But, oh, I forgot to mention also, drivers coming into this race with a guaranteed spot in the chase, as we don't really have a lot of time to cover this. We have a couple of them, actually. They are the 10 of James Silverfox. They are the 6 of Nathan Hudson, and who else did I say?
I believe it was the 14 of Kyle Matthews.
Oh yeah, and the 14 of Kyle Matthews.
Also, Nick Altendorf, who, as you notice, is starting dead last. He is our points leader, so that's pretty scary. Villanueva, though, green flag is out. Runaway at Richmond.
Yes, we are. Green flag is out already at Richmond. As you saw, all 42 drivers made it to the green flag.
Well, we do get a caution. The matter of time is, when we see that first wreck, but it looks like they're going to be clean and green for the way how it looks like.
Yeah, so far so good. Clean and green. Leading the first lap off of turn 4 is Jessica Villanueva with rookie Nick Pericles right behind her. Now, you don't see a lot of the 40. You haven't seen a lot of the 48 car recently. Excuse me. The 48 Nick Pericles has just been kind of like a silent driver, coming away with top 10s and 5s in his career so far.
Yeah, Nick's a very consistent driver right there, as he just ran his fastest lap right there, 21.669. You know, he's not known to go for the win, but I think at a time like this, he could probably sneak in a victory because he's all over the 78's bumper.
He's 2/10 faster. It was 2/10 faster that lap than that 78 car. And look who's kind of snuck his way. Oh, the 78 car just ran the fastest time, but you can't really help that because she's the first person who snuck his way into the top 3. That's Dillon Young's favorite person, Daniel Voiles.
Favorite person. Good! No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, though, as Voiles is in the third, the 38 of
Joseph
Strigley, he's trying to catch up to the 22 of Voiles, trying to get the bumper. It's been a good 4-day right now. 3rd, 4th, and I believe 7th right there. Also 8th on the board, so there's some passing going on for the top 10 positions, so that's a good thing right there to see.
Yep, you got Sam Young trying to work underneath Cameron Pemberton in the 17 car. You got Shelton behind Cameron, and then Andy Thomas trying to get underneath Shelton, while the front may be battling, or while the front may be single file. Here's another driver who's guaranteed a spot in the chase because of how the way things run. This is Season 3 Budweiser All-Pro Series champion, Stephen Pollard III.
Yeah, Steven's known to be a very good driver. And what's funny enough, too, he's not known to drive in rides like this, you know, driving in Germain Racing in the 13 or other rides like that. This is unknown, but you know what? Steven's doing pretty well right now in the 6th position. He's trying to prove some people wrong, saying, hey, I can do well in this car here. Prove a few people that, hey, I can do this.
Ironically enough, if Dillon Young didn't pay attention to Season 3, Stephen Pollard III's championship run in that series was driving the number 24.
And hard to believe, too. It's amazing. You see a little bit of victorious champions run into 24. It happened in one of the NRSL series as well. And speaking of Sam Young, he's going to go underneath Pollard III, or at least try to.
He got a good run off the corner. Sam Young can draft right up to him.
Pollard III had a good run, though, coming off turn 4. And the 48 of Pericles is all over the bump, but the 78 just can't seem to make a move.
Pericles,
Pericles, the same damn thing.
No, it's not like tomato.
Oh, bite me. Anyways, though, I've noticed as the back of the field, there's been some big battles going on over there.
There you go. We got Sean Henley now actually in the back. And speaking of, here's another chaser. Max Neuwirth with his win at Iowa earlier this season has got him in the chase. I forgot pretty much. Okay, it's pretty much safe to mention now because I told Dylan this before we started recording. Anyone who has a win so far is automatically in the chase. There's 3 races left, including this one, and 4 chase spots left.
Yeah, basically where you see happen is that, you know, whoever wins a race is basically good to go. And you look at the points leader, you know, he's in a really good position too because of where he's running at right now. Because I don't believe he has a win this season.
No, he doesn't. Here's another guy with a win, Johnny Gardner, who I had a huge fail with in the All-Star race, where I completely forgot to put him in the damn field.
Karma is going to be a bitch. Watch him win the championship now.
No, he's already guaranteed a spot in the Season 6 All-Star race, whether he wins or not, because of that mistake on my part, which I still apologize for.
Watch him win the championship now.
Here's another guy that's in the chase, Alex May in that 51 car.
And what's funny about Alex May, too, is he's somewhat known to be in the 51. And that's like one of his 2 rides he can be really well in. He's known to be good in Chevys. That's basically his comfort area. Fords, he's really not known. Toyotas, he's not known. You know, that's the 2 manufacturers you see Alex May do well in, is a Chevy. But the 51 and the 30 are well known. He's doing right now a little okay, but he could do a little bit better. There's Cody Lamas to the inside of Nathan Hudson. He's got a chase spot from what we know of.
Yeah, both of these drivers do. The 6 and the 41 car have chase spots this season. Well, practically locked up as the 41 takes position. Now, here's an interesting battle to say right here. Whoops. Is right here. Seth Cole. Seth Cole needs to have good runs, and right now where he's running, it is not very good for him. Seth Cole.
Yeah, last scored at the 31st position. He's fallen back.
Seth Cole currently is the highest running driver in the point standings without a win. So right now he's poised to take that 16th and final spot, but he has to stay the top driver without a win if he doesn't get a win between now and Indianapolis.
Well, also another thing too, he could have Altendorf take a win, and then all of a sudden Seth Cole gets in, being the highest running guy in the standings without a win. So that could be another thing in the process too. Because then Oldendorf could win. Guess who's the next highest runner? Seth Cole.
Oh yeah, it's true. With Altendorf winning at Daytona, and in the Coke 0400, that's got his spot in. But pretty much a repeat winner would be great news for Seth with where he's running right now. As we're gonna kind of still going through the field here, Silver Fox. There's Dylan Poteet, who surprisingly has not had a win this season yet. And
I noticed too. He fell back a bit. He was in the top 10 at one point, and then he started to fall back. So not good for the great
on that outside line. Kyle Matthews, here's Steve Pollard, who made the season 4 chase, but didn't make it very far in it. Preston Plour, here's Ben Neuwirth, who I believe is in because of his win. I forgot where, but I know he has a win. As we're continuing to scroll through the field, there's Jay Pericles, there's John Cittadino, who I thought was in the chase, but I looked back and he has not had a win, nor has the driver in front of him, Trent Dunham. Now Trent Dunham, back in season 3, won 5 races before the chase even started.
Keep that in mind, though. That was 5 races, and that was a previous season. Then all of a sudden, Dunham could do well one season. The next season, it's a total of 180. And people don't know that, too, that Dunham, he'll have a good season one day. The next season, he'll be pretty bad. He's just got to stay on that good, consistent run, and he'll be fine.
Going through a couple of Hendrick drivers. We saw Connor Breton here. Shelton now in the 9th position. She's just kind of, she needs a win as well to get into the field, as she's about to get passed by James Qualls in the 11.
And Qualls made the move of how to show the people how to make a move trying to pass someone. It's trying to basically get in turn 1, because turn 3 you're really not getting much of a run. You're getting a run basically on the high line a little bit, or basically the middle line. So that's what these drivers need to do in order to pass. Make your move on 1.
Here we go. Here's our couple of Fords here. As the front 3 aren't really that separated from one another. Boyles, Pericles, and Villanueva all still battling up at the front. I thought for sure we'd have at least some kind of wreck, but I guess not. As
there's like 4 Fords in the top 10 too.
Oh, I forgot to mention.
You got Boyles, Wrigley, Sam Young, and then you got the 17 right there. So
I forgot to mention too, Jake Haynes has a chase spot. I think he won at where did he win at? I know he has a couple of wins. Damn, I have really bad memory when it comes to this stuff.
That's what happens when you need an arm, man.
And here's Charles Jackson. I mean, that's all I got to say.
You're getting the Charles Jackson.
That's all I got to say. Here's Charles Jackson.
Anyways, though, as you're noticing, as we're getting ready to close into 10 laps to go in the next 6 laps, or excuse me, 7 laps, I should say. These drivers, though, there is a little bit of battling going on. Not too much, but just a little bit.
Teammates right here thinking about battling as Connor Breton gets by John Cittadino. Now look at the 5, close right back up on his teammate Jessica Shelton.
Now, I'm not too fond of Breton, but I will tell you what, though, about him. He's normally known to be driving in Chevys, normally driving in the 47. That's the thing about him. However, though, on the flip side, he's not known to be in a Hendrick Chevrolet car. It's not known for him, I guess. He's normally known to be in the 18 on Toyota, but that's currently being driven by O'Neal Baldwin, who's in the Snickers Extreme car, which is actually right there in 5th place right now.
I also got to say this, too, because I know he's going to watch it. O'Neal, unfortunately, I won't be able to get your Interstate Batteries chase scheme. So you're going to end up driving the 2014 Kyle Busch chase scheme. So I'm sorry, but it's kind of all I got to deal with right now. So yeah, I'm limited on chase cars because I can only ask Seth for so much.
Or someone else eventually.
Oh, here we go.
Pit stops.
Pit stops happening, and
I thought actually they made a pit stop before because the 48 made a pit stop before, a lap earlier.
I just noticed that. Yeah, the 48 car. Oh, yep, here he is right here on pit
48, 2, and 88 went down.
They made previous pit stops. I think the 41 and 14 car stayed out this time. Yeah,
I believe so.
14 car stays out along with the 41. So and Charles.
54.
So Stuart Haas Racing teammates coming into pit road a lap later.
Whoa, 14 had to keep an eye on the 3 right there. But amazing how teammates stayed out, and then you had Charles. But I wonder what interesting strategy these drivers got, because we noticed that the 48-88 pitted together.
Uh-oh. And the 48 car got out ahead of Villanueva, so Pericles, if he can get out ahead of the 14 car, Nick Pericles could get away with his victory.
I don't know about the 40 being a leader, because he got lapped down by the 14, so...
well, he was right behind. He's literally
actually,
right
yep, that is.
So we're going to have to see, is he going to get out in front of the 14 and the 41?
I think he's gonna.
I think he did.
Wow, it is getting congested over there.
Yeah, he did. He had to have. I don't see him anywhere.
Yep, he did.
So the 48 car of Nick Pericles has taken the lead, but he is in all sorts of lap traffic.
Yeah, he's got Nathan Hudson in front of him. He's got the 55, and he's going to be catching up to the 95 very soon, as he passed Seth Cole not too long ago.
We are being told that the crew chief for Jay Pericles has told him that he does not need to run his car very hard. He has a 3.2 second gap over second place Daniel Voiles.
Yeah, the problem with Voiles, though, he is stuck all over behind Stephen Pollard III right there, so...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lap cars so far.
It probably could be 8 once that 95 is there. 34 still on pit road, by the way.
34 of, I believe that's Dougie Shears, is still on pit road, so he must have either had a penalty or he has a problem under that hood of that race car. Seth Cole, 36th position. That definitely will not be good for him. But like he said, all he needs is a repeat winner. But Nick Pericles has not been to victory lane this season, and it could change pretty much just like that.
Main thing for Seth, though, he's just got to go big or go home, go for the victory, but just make sure he stays consistent. And right now, this is not one of those races that he's wishing that would happen. 7 to go at the line. It is just all but Nick Pericles' race right here. This is his race to win.
Yeah, he's just got to keep. He's just got to keep it pretty much together.
I know how you mentioned about he doesn't need to have to work on his car much. He's extended his lead to 3.6, so he gained 0.4 of a second over Daniel Voiles.
Fastest car on the track is the 14, surprisingly. That's Kyle Matthews. Fastest car on the track, but...
And look at that, Pericles is actually 4th fastest. Seth Cole is somehow 3rd fastest, which I don't know how, but...
That must have been all the draft from the lap cars. Look at him, he's following the 48 car right through it.
And 5 laps to go at the line. I think Pericles does not care about slowing down. He is just going for the victory like if it is nothing.
The 22 I thought the 22 caught him, but nope, he extended it again by another, I think, couple hundredths of a second.
0.12 he caught up by, or he gained by at least.
Right.
4 laps to go for the Lowe's Chevrolet.
It'll be the first time the 48's been to victory lane since Kansas of last season with Cody Lamas.
And it's funny, too. Cody would try to get the 41, but Pericles snatched the ride from Cody. And,
I mean 48.
Well, I said 48.
No, you said 41.
Oh. Nice job, me. 3 laps to go.
Yeah, 3 laps to go here in the...
Cody wishes he'd be in the lead right now, though, but he's not. He's semi-precious, I bet, right now.
41 currently is running 21st. But Cody Lamas doesn't have to worry about it because with his win at Dover, he's pretty much got a chase.
I bet you he's hoping Seth wrecks him right now. $50 he probably will.
Yeah, right. Two laps to go here in the Toyota Owners 400, where we don't even have a Toyota in the top 10.
Yeah, and the lead is just extending again. How about Anthony McCurry in the 5th position? I didn't even see the 6th one at all.
I lied. The 11 car is in 9th place.
Yep. So white flag is about ready to be displayed for Nick Pericles in the 48. This has just been a dominating race after the pit stops. Seth trying to do what he can to get himself on the lead lap, although it's not really going to matter.
Nope. Nick Pericles has driven a very clean race all race long. Got the lead when he came into pit road early, and Nick Pericles wins the Toyota Owners 400 and will get into the Season 5 Budweiser All-Pro Series chase for the championship.
I bet you Jay Pericles has got to be feeling very happy right there and inside, being in that seat right there, watching for his son Nick right there. So that's a good thing to see right there.
Jay is also in the race. He drives the 88 car.
So,
yep.
Credit right there.
Speaking of which, the 88 finished 7th place.
So a top 10 run for both Pericles.
Right here.
I bet you he'll be joining with his teammate and son there, Victory Lane. So congratulations there. So wow, he gets the results and it was official. Nick Pericles with the win. Second is Daniel Voiles. Third is Jessica Villanueva. Fourth, Justice Strigley. Fifth, Anthony McCurry. Sixth, Sam Young. Seventh, Jay Pericles. Eighth, Cameron Pemberton. Ninth, James Qualls. Completing top 10 is Dusty Allen. Good run for the 42. Didn't even talk about him at all. Sneaks in the top 10.
He might have got the points lead back. Kyle did. Well, maybe not because Altendorf finished 16th. But think about that though, from 42nd to 16th for Nick Altendorf.
There's the rest of the results. I sucked.
Yeah, Dougie Shears stayed on pit road for the longest time. Yet I have no clue what happened to that 34 machine. So we had a green race. I guess you can say it wasn't really a boring fest because we have how much we kept going through the field and talking about drivers and stuff and the immediate lead change from pit stops. But all in all, we may not have had a caution in this race, but it was still a pretty good race. So we got 2 races now left until the start of the chase for the Season 5 Budweiser All-Pro Series Championship. I'd definitely like to thank Dillon Young for joining me up here in the booth. And if I'm not mistaken, he could be joining me for Texas coming up next.
Possibly. Why not?
Heck yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Dillon Young's channel, which he will now plug.
8675309-858.
Yep, there you go. Go subscribe to that. If you remember it after he said it, say it again slower.
8675309-858. If you don't get it right, I will come to your house and find you. No, I'm just kidding. But if you really want to find it, link is in the description down below.
Yep. And so
if Michael remembers.
I don't ever remember.
How dare you?
You know me. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. For Dillon Young, Michael Norman, and the Budweiser All-Pro Series here at the Richmond International Raceway, they say, until we meet again.
Farewell.